But we talking UFC niggas in Paris. You feel me? That's what I want. That's what I watch. This motherfucking. I didn't know Tai Tuivasa had a fucking chin like that. My boy was.
But he was out, and he had to put his whole foot in his mouth with that front kick.
There's a 1 and 2 in the division. It's Izzy and Whittaker, and then there is no 3.
We've been on that rock star regimen, knowing that I'm heaven sent, higher than I ever been. I got a problem with.
What's going on, boys? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. This is the fucking Fight Club. Today we recapping UFC Paris, UFC Paris for all my French followers out there. But before we jump into this, go down and like the video and do us a favor and subscribe to the channel. And as always, your host for the show, Paul Pick and Win'em Concha, and I'm joined with the one and only.
Hey, man. Hey, it's your boy, Lil KK. AKA the Dom PYE, but niggas be forgetting, man. The people's champ. You feel me? Niggas be forgetting. Know what I'm saying? Number one, you feel me? But we talking UFC niggas in Paris. You feel me? That's what I want. That's what I watched this motherfucking Saturday. It was a great fucking card. And I know we want to just talk the main event, co-main event. But Paul, there's so much funny shit that happened on this. I was on the live stream. Shout out comedian Romeo Mack. I was with that boy. We was having the time of our lives. Make sure you get that boy something to like, you feel me? But what was some crazy shit that you saw on this card? Because I was fucking with this card. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, before I talk the crazy shit that was the fights, I'm gonna shout out the fans in Paris. Like, they were rivaling London, how lit they were in that crowd, and they were packed in the stadium before the main card. And you don't see that often, but they were packed in that motherfucker during the prelims and going crazy.
You heard that boy Gane. He was in that bitch. Messi. I was like, damn, how many times you gonna say thank you, nigga? God damn. The fans came out, bro. That was real shit.
But the first thing I want to talk about, bro, we got the foot in the mouth. That boy, Abus Megomedov, there's 3 hits. I know it says on the stats 7 hits, but that's because by the time the homeboy was knocked out, the ref took a while, so Abus got some extra hits in. But he was out, and after he had to put his whole foot in his mouth with that front kick, took Dustin Stufkos, like, cleaned his clock, bro. I don't know how else you could say it. Like, this, and that was his debut in the UFC at middleweight. Like, this boy just really put on really just put the middleweights on notice. Just like, hey, like, new name in here. I'm a Megomedov.
Oh, is he Khabib? I feel like his name's spelled a little different.
His name's different, but anyone with the Medov in their name is that little abbreviation at the end of the name.
It's like skiing. It's like skiing football. Like, those are not who you want to deal with in the fourth quarter. Like, if a ski is coming out in the fourth quarter, you're going down. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mm-hmm. But that's crazy. So he just put his whole foot in his mouth. You understand how painful that is? Like, imagine somebody else.
5-toe discount.
And how long was this fight? Wasn't this one? Because I walked into this fight. I walked in. I was like, fight was over.
19 seconds. It was like the third fastest. It was like the third fastest finish for a debut at middleweight ever. So he put his name extra somewhere in the history books with that one.
Bro, I feel like every week there's some new UFC history going on, but that shit was lit, man. But nah, bro, I fucked with the opening fight. I thought there was a couple fights like. I'm pretty sure I don't know if it was because I was drunk, but I was so wrong walking into a lot of fights because the first round would be nice and everything like that. But then next thing you know, like Charles Jourdain and Nate Wood, I'm thinking like Jourdain, he looks like a dog. He finna come through. Nah, Nate Wood, he came through. He had a nice, he didn't win it. I don't think so, but he had a nice first round. But after that, Nate Wood took off. Like Nate Wood, somebody told him something in the motherfucking stands. A crowd, and he fucking went crazy after that. And then, bro,
Nate Wood, that's good wood. That's that Nate Goodwood. That's what they be calling that boy.
I'm fucking dead. And I want to say he's the one that was out there looking for bitches afterwards. Like, motherfucker was dangerous.
That's where you think he got that nickname? Who do you think gave it to him? I like this fight because it was one of those few fights that I took a bet on, and I took Wood as an underdog because I remember at UFC London he just destroyed it, and then Jourdain had that fight of the night against Shane Burgos that was crazy, but Burgos was out wrestling him, and I was like, Nathaniel Wood's a wrestler, so like once he started taking him to the ground and taking him to the clinch, I was just like, there we go, Goodwood. Give me this decision win. That's all I need from you, man. As an underdog, that's all I want, just a win.
Somebody say pause. But motherfucking, hey, that was a fun fight. But what did you watch any of the Gomez fight?
The Gomez fight, I was watching it, but this one I didn't pay too much attention to. I don't know why, because I was going hard for the Jourdain Wood fight, but I don't know why I stopped watching it right after that.
Nah, Gomez was doing his thing right there. He really was piecing bro up, and then he had stupid control time. 8:04 to 14 seconds.
One of it, and another French fighter. I'm pretty sure all the French fighters won, or just about. I know they went like 3-0 on the main card.
Ooh, yeah, I think so. But I can't tell.
Yeah, 5-0. All French fighters won this weekend.
Dang. But what about my dog? But we gotta pay homage to my dog, Joaquin Buckley, man. That's a little nigga for that weight class. Like, what weight class are they in? Motherfucking
middleweight.
Bro, that's a little bit.
185, yeah.
And like there was points in time, and the size difference between him and the other dude was fucking insane. Like I feel like he was a better fighter, like probably had better skill set or natural raw talent, but that size was crazy. There was points in times it looked like Joaquin Buckley was just like, bro, I gotta fucking do something, and he was jumping to hit his ass, trying to get it in there.
Buckley's the definition of like someone who he's probably never gonna get ranked, but he's always gonna be a tough fight. But he just always goes in there and is ready to take somebody's head off. Like his power is small, but that little man packs a lot. Like fucking like that punch. If he lands clean, he's taking your head off. So he's fun to watch because he has some crazy knockout highlights.
Nah, he's the dude, man. I fuck with bro, but like, damn, I was mad that he lost that one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Any other shout outs before we ride into these co and main event?
I mean, I want to talk about some other shit, but we really got to get into my dog Bobby Knuckles. Like, I apologize for the stall. Don't give me the Knuckles, man.
Bobby Knuckles getting the job done. There were so many slow-mo clips I was watching after the fight of like after he found his range and he could effortlessly hit him, and then like Vettori swings and as the punch is like touching the hair on his chin, but it ain't actually connecting, and it's just like wow. Whittaker's always been the smaller guy, but just someone who like the master of knowing his range and when someone's out of it, someone's in of it, and his combos. And shit, and just to shout out everything, he said, fuck it, I'm gonna take you down before this fight's over in the third round. And now he does like a weak takedown, like a full-on Goldberg spear, like effortless takedown. And that was just like, I lost my mind at that moment. I was just like, oh, Whittaker's is just rubbing his face in it at this point. This is crazy.
Nah, what's it called? I think this fight was a proof that there's a 1 and 2 in there's a 1 and 2 in the division. It's Izzy and Whittaker. And then there is no 3. I don't even think there's a 4. Like I put Marvin Vettori at 4.5. Like I had a lot of respect for Brett coming into this fight. I still got a lot of respect for him. He's like a physical god, like motherfucking the nigga's huge at this fucking weight class. But Robert Whittaker is just so complete and so tough and so like there's not any opening when you hit him. Like that's one of those dudes that you genuinely like. It's shocked to think that he's not a champion.
Former champion though, like he was there at one point, but does Israel Adasanya like what Whittaker does really well? Israel Adasanya does it just as well, better with 6 inches of reach, 7 inches of reach, and a height advantage. It's just like you just got the wrong person in front of you.
Nah, dead motherfucking ass. But Jit is fucking nice. I wish I watched this Octagon interview afterwards, but I fucking loved this fight. It was just cool to watch.
Masterclass performance, like doubled his strikes in every category, like just completely outworked him. And Marvin Vettori just couldn't get anything going. There was not a single point where his strikes were doing anything. He couldn't shoot any takedowns because Whittaker didn't leave any openings. Like, trust me, if he thought there was openings, Vettori would have shot a takedown. And like the fact that he didn't shows you how well Whittaker, while putting on offense, has the defensive responsibility of knowing what not to do because he's going against a great wrestler.
Nah, respect, man. Respect. But I still respect Vettori. I think he's up there. But I think this division is kind of just like there's just a class above the class,
and it's a big drop after 2.
Like they need a Gilbert Burns type of motherfucker in there. It's like a scary motherfucker to just really just go in there and work niggas. I don't know, man.
Someone new come in and shake it up soon. On to the main event, though. The fucking what stole the show, put the cherry on top, took the roof off the stadium. Fucking Ciryl Gane versus Tai Tuivasa in a old school fashion slugfest that had both sides wobbled there. Like both sides walked out unscathed. I'm not unscathed. Both walked out with injuries. Literally injuries.
You love to see it, man. I motherfucking was on the live stream, but I got kidnapped from my motherfucking house to go to this birthday dinner I was late for. So I had to stream this bitch on my phone and leave the live stream and missed a fucking slobber knocker live. But I watched it when I got home. And motherfucking, I didn't know Tai Tuivasa had a fucking chin like that. My boy was, gotta keep fighting. Gotta keep fighting. Nah, he was really in that bitch going ham. And like, he was, any chance he got, he sent them bitches back.
I've never seen, to this day, I do not know what that head kick, if it, I'm pretty sure it wobbled Tai Tuivasa, but Tai Tuivasa being the badass that he is, was wobbled and just planted his feet and swung for the fucking fences and almost took Gane's head off, and like was all of a sudden not wobbled anymore. It was back into fading. And I was just like, I was talking so down on him because I thought he would be getting exposed, but like we've spoke on it before. Some losses can like your stock can still rise, and I feel like Tai Tuivasa, like everyone knew he was going to lose. The odds are insanely lot figured, but the way he performed, he almost finished the fight.
No cap. I'm not gonna lie. I put him over Tom Aspinall right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I had him over Tom Aspinall. He's over Tom Aspinall right now.
That knockdown, like, yeah, the strikes will show you like Gane had 110 strikes, 110 significant strikes, whereas Tai Tuivasa only had 29. But that was a big 29. All right. There, that second round, Tai Tuivasa went out there, dropped him, almost finished it. Gane got back up, but you can tell at that point, Gane was like a lot more like, hold up now. Like, oh, that was close. Like that was almost bad. Let me chill out. Let me not get caught with that one again. And then he got caught up with that one again a couple times.
Nah, Tai Tuivasa is a fucking dog, like straight up. The way he just really just sat there and stayed in the paint. And he just, it was his willingness to keep coming forward, like on some Korean zombie type shit. I was like, wow, you got my respect, homie.
The body shots. There was a certain point at third round where Gane was hitting him in the liver, and you saw Tai Tuivasa just buckle. And all of a sudden, Gane hit him again, and he buckled some more. And I was like, oh, he's going to end it on a body shot. But Tai Tuivasa just fucking stood. He was backing off some, and Gane kept hitting him in the liver. And I was just like, that is the word. Like, that's just insane. Like, the chin is one thing, but to be able to take the body shot to the liver and just keep not drop and just like will yourself out of that situation, all hats off to Tai Tuivasa. That was a legendary performance by both men. Like, they really put it all on the line there.
Nah, I'm respecting his win over Derrick Lewis a little bit more now, because I always felt like he kind of just caught Derrick Lewis. Nah, that's just how he fights.
He was being in the pocket, bro.
And Derrick Lewis gonna come to me.
Gane did what Gane does. He was just sharp, like faster. He was picking his spots. He did say after the fight, I mean, take it how you want to take it, but he said that he feels that Tai Tuivasa was a harder hitter than Francis Ngannou was. So that was just like I don't know if it was just a tip of the cap to Tai, or if it like that, I don't know, because Tai does hit hard like motherfucker. We might have to put him on the punching thing.
Hey, can we talk about the fact that motherfucking Francis Ngannou was in that motherfucker next to Kamaru Usman and GSP, and they gave that nigga no screen time for nothing?
Yeah, damn like, white boy.
I was like, that's why I can tell the paperwork in the sign. Like, paperwork is at a stalemate, because like they was literally going over back to Kamaru every chance they got.
And GSP, I remember seeing him like 4 or 5 times.
And did not show Ngannou right there. Like, the shit was crazy. We kept bringing that up on the live stream. Like, man, you just go keep showing the Kamaru Ngannou, so when Ngannou show up. All right, cool. And like there wasn't no, I bet you they wouldn't even dare. If Ngannou tried to go step in that ring, they would have kicked bro out the arena.
Dana White would have been up with that motherfucker. Like, whoa.
I didn't see Dana. Dana was there?
No, he probably wasn't. That boy busy man. He probably couldn't make it to Paris.
Yeah. He gonna be at UFC 279. He gonna watch Nate Diaz flick his ass off before motherfucker Hazmat takes his head off.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be there for that, for the barrier. But Gane walked out with I think he broke his something in his left hand. I don't know if it was a finger, or knuckle, or what, but something's broken. His ass was on Ariel Helwani's show with a cast and wrapped up and everything.
How'd you feel about the knockout? The knockout was crazy. I was like, wow. Every time they replayed that bitch, I showed that to somebody, they was like, wow.
There was one angle from a fan recording from like above, from behind, and you see him clearly connect dead on the jaw, and it's like and I was like, from that angle, it was just like, poof, just like damn, like he was done. Like that punch. Tai Tuivasa was no longer in that ring after that punch. Tai Tuivasa didn't know what happened.
Nah, that shit was insane. That's MMA for you. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I mean, in Paris, like this is Gane being how great he is. Paris doesn't have a lot of great fighters, so like Gane being how this super like Anthony Joshua type figure that London had, like he's just this. He looks like a Goliath, like the perfect, like a Greek god of a guy, and he can fight like it too. It's great for business because they coming back to Paris, and
I don't want them to do how they did UFC London. London too, they brought it a little too fast, and then brought back all the same fighters. But they definitely got to come back to Paris, and like they just set the market. They just set the market out there. But hey, man, anything else you got about this card?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Bruh, this was been UFC niggas in Paris. Motherfucking, we was vibing, they was chilling. Motherfuckers got their shit fucking clocked, and some people ate toes. It's been crazy. That's what happens when you let niggas in Paris. But this has been the Totally Blitz podcast. If you didn't know, I really don't mind telling you it again. But don't forget to choose bitch.
Got a problem with being problematic. Get the light beam on me, ready for electrostatic. Don't you step into this box if you're not batting. Then my gang got tools.